Good evening, everybody. Bună seara și la mulți ani. Un an superb, 2024. Astăzi sunt aici cu Anna Semenova. Unii dintre voi ne cunoaștem deja, cunoașteți pe Anna. We are going to switch to English for Anna, even she talks Romanian a little bit. And is quite capable to talk to her clients in Romania, explaining what is going on. Good evening, Anna. You are still preparing for Christmas, as I can see. We had Christmas last week. And today, I have a few questions for you. First of all, I would like you, for those who didn't work with you and for those who haven't met you, give us a little bit about yourself.
Hello for everybody. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. We will have Christmas from 6th of January here. And so I have prolongation, a long celebration from 25th of December. So I am therapist from 25th of December. So I am therapist, therapist in biodinamica. Sorry, voice. Biodinamica. Sorry, voice. Biodinamica. Sorry, voice. Is it okay with voice?
I don't know. The voice was. I think I did something that was not so good for your voice, but it should be done now. Okay. Maybe you repeat the last thing about your Christmas.
Okay. So Christmas will be in our country very soon. So I'm still in process. And now about me and about the therapy, what I'm doing for people. I deal with body, soul, and spirit. And I use osteopathic approach, craniosacral therapy, and the biodinamica approach to connect body, spirit, and soul, to release the body, to release that stories which are saved in the body from our life, our real life, our past life, our soul life, I don't know, our roots from everything, from everywhere where our mind, our brain could take tension and could record in a body. We work with everything, but the main is nervous system, and I work with the nervous system. I'm calming down nervous system around about different stories in the body and in our memory. And of course, for this for this deep work, for this deep healing, we need to be connected, reconnected with the universe, with the main power of our being. So to go to reach, to restore, to reach the health, to reach the calmness, to reach the point of connection, we should be released from many stories in our body and in our soul. And on this way, I use this method, and it helps a lot for people. And if I can explain, for example, one short story about how does it work and how does it help for people, I will give you one of the last session, one of the last. It was one month ago, and one lady of 65 years old asked me to help her as she had a cancer, in her digestive system, and she wanted, and she had to go and to make a chemotherapy, and she wanted to be more stable during the process. And when she came to me, she told me that she has something inside. She wants to cry, but she cannot cry. Like she cannot allow herself to cry and to be calm. And I never know how the session will be. And I just touched her. I just created my field, created space. And this lady was crying like a wolf, half an hour, without any knowing about what. I asked her, do you know why you cry? Do you know which story is lifting up from inside? She told me no. And it was like several times of big waves. And she asked me, is it okay? Yes, I told her, yes, if you are here and you are in these conditions, yes, it's okay. It's allowed, and it's need to release everything what you have inside, and then we will see. Sometimes I work not only with the one person, I work with the family, and she came to me with her daughter. And this process was a healing, not only for this lady, but for her daughter too. And her daughter was watching on this process, and she accepted. She started to understand that her mother is much bigger than she knows about her. She accepted her with a bigger space than before. And half an hour later, she started to be more calmed down, and suddenly she started to tell me story. In her memory came one story from her childhood when she lost herself first time. And these cases, how we lose ourselves, it can happen many times during our lives, and our life, and we can lose our power. And that case was the first very big, very strong case when she really lost her power. Before it was in her 14 years old, and from that time, before she was very strong, going forward, very good known what she needs, what she wants, what she doesn't like. After that case in her school, she lost all connection with her inner highest level of with the soul.
Herself, yeah, of her soul.
And she was suffering from that time till 65. She was suffering about last several years in school after. And she thought that after that case, nobody respected her, nobody accepted her, and she carried on her shoulders all of this. She blamed herself. She took guilty on herself without any reason. It was like a chicken from the maybe from the God for her. And this process closed herself, made her weaker, and perhaps this process, this guilty, brought her to this cancer. We don't know exactly. So after this session, she was absolutely released. She was sleeping very well. Before she could not sleep. She was the main is she had the nightmares, and she was crying during the dream, during sleeping time, but she could not cry in a real life. And this crying was so strong that her daughter asked me, and then this lady was ready to come and ask me. So crying during the night, cannot sleep, could not sleep, and now she was okay. After she had after this session, she had chemotherapy, and 2 weeks later she came to me with all of symptoms after chemical drugs for cancer, with many symptoms in digestive system. She could not eat, well, and everything was very bad. And second session was with her with the less symptoms of, she was crying again, but not so much. And in that time, last session, or on the second session, I worked with that, what I saw for her, like what I felt about around her energy, what kind of picture I have, like a therapist, around her. And 2 days later, her daughter called me and told me, Anna, it is amazing, because of after session, her mother came, she came home, and she started to eat brown bread with everything bad what could be. And she did not have any problems with digestive system after this therapy. This is, I don't know, this is for me, this is miracle sometimes. I do just a little. I'm present with the person. I'm allowed to open what person has, and I'm calming down central nervous system around these cases. Just that's all.
But you know, these examples just show how much we can carry, how much burdens we can carry, and still move on. Yeah. And even the body tells us no good and here, and shuts down in all kinds of fields. We still plow on, carry on, and until it's too much, you know.
Yes.
And
yes.
that might be 50 years later. 50 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
But what I can tell also how much problems, what can give us a lot of problems, this is a grief and loss.
Yes.
If we lost somebody, or something very close, what was very close, or animal, or parents, or children, or somebody, this grief, people used to hide.
When you have this grief
inside, and this
keep it inside,
eating body, and destroying body. And as for me, I came through many times. I came through this process, and I feel what is this, what people have, and this process, I mean, to release grief is, for me, it's very simple now, to help people to release this grief and loss, what we have inside. So this is our body must be clean, from any tension from past life, from our life, or from collective trauma.
So if I understand right, she came to you because she had many physical difficulties, and also a cancer diagnosis in being in chemotherapy, and through this diagnosis and through the therapy with you, she uncovers and discovers actually traumas and grief and blockages that come from her adolescence, if not childhood.
Yes, it's like this. Yes.
So
but the main what is craniosacral therapy and biodinamica doing? We are restoring connection with the highest level of me, with the universe power, or with the space. This is the main, to be connected then more we disconnected, then more we have different troubles, problems with the physical body.
I mean, there are many methods and many therapies, and in the end, you know, it depends on the therapist, but it's a reinstalling of a balance. You know, when we have a psychic or physical problems, or we just feel there is something missing. There is our projects are not our life is not fulfilling us. Then we fell out of balance. And for me, I mean, you know, I worked with you, and I really appreciate your approach. So whenever I feel that something is not quite right, I prefer to go to a therapist that I trust, then to let it, hello Ivan.
Hello.
Then to let it, how to say, to let my body deal with it.
Yes.
But this is after a long time of working with myself, you know. Now it's not difficult. Now, if I feel there is need, you know, I have you, I have a few others, and I will work it. That's it. I will not hesitate.
The main problem for people, the main problem is to make evidence, to see what we have, and this is we can do only only with somebody who can give us support in this during the therapy. And okay, I'm a human and I have a lot of my issues, but during therapy I can give that neutrality and that unconditional love, support person with any, I don't know, now I don't have any restriction in with about, I mean, about energy, about different I came through many stories with the people, and I can give a support and to make a space, safety space for releasing for many issues, and this is very important to have like to have the same therapist with who you can come through very strong and difficult process of for releasing.
I mean, I know such things from my own practice, that I often have the feeling that people tell me something that they have like covered in themselves for a lifetime, for the first time, you know, because when you work with the energetic field, then there is no ego, you know, there is no Anna who wants this and that and here and there. There is no Monika who wants this and that. The ego is like, wait outside. I don't have time for you right now. I am here for that person that comes to me, and I want to feel where is a guidance, where is something I can give, and I can show, and I can show a mirror also. Yeah. So
yes, to tell the truth, when we start, okay, I came in a door, so in a door to work with the energy through craniosacral therapy and biodinamica. You came through shamanism, astrology. Other came, perhaps will come or came through other doors, but at the end, we are all working on the one level, on the high energy level, and doesn't matter how. Okay, I about therapy. Yes, I do this, but finally we work with connection. We restoring connection, and how we will do. It doesn't matter how.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask you about example, because you know, you can how to explain. This is my problem, you know, how to explain what I'm doing with logic. I am a logic person, but there are things, my logic is not enough, you know, I cannot explain. I can only explain if you worked with somebody and there is a problem with a parent and they haven't talked in years. And then after 2 or 3 days of working, the parent calls, or they spend time together and it is without conflict for the first time in many years. That doesn't, you know, then I don't need a logic explanation anymore, because this is quite enough. This is healing. Yeah. And
Yeah,
this is what you bring also in. I know some examples, you know, I'm not going to share this as here, but I know that you bring healing to families, actually, in this sense. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and this is very important, especially when people ask me to work with the children, and I tell them I have to work with the family, because of family is the organism, a life organism, and if we want to change something for one, it will be changed for everybody. But parents sometimes create stronger space than children, and if I work only with a child without presence of a parent, he will, okay, I can help him in something, but always parents affect on a child more than child on parents. Of course, children affect too on parents, but these space are stronger and bigger, and we have to open for everybody this I don't know, this
the Pandora box. Anna,
yes,
I would like to announce here that you are going to be in Bucharest on January 12th, and you start working in Wayra Astrae from the 13th. We are going to contact those who have worked with you in Wayra Astrae in Romania. And of course, I want to invite anybody who would like to try, who has tried a lot, but it didn't help. Try, Anna, because I swear you will make progress. Okay. So I am really looking forward to see you. And I'm here all this period. I'm missing 2 days maybe. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to welcome you. And I wish you a Merry Christmas with your family. May all your wishes come true, and that you land safely in Bucharest.
Okay, thank you very much, and hello for Bucharest and for Wayra. Thank you for welcoming, for invitation. Thank you for invitation. Not well. Yes, and I'm missing about Bucharest too, because of in Bucharest is specific energy for me, and my stability, my neutrality is stronger, believe me, stronger in Bucharest than here in Russia. And I can work on the different level in Bucharest than in Moscow.
Perfect. You are very welcome. I will stop at this point the recording.